Okay, this time I have a wireless USB adapter to review. It's by the ANEWKODI, might not be pronouncing that right, that's company name. It's an AC600 model. And what does that mean? Well, there is primarily these days two types. There are older types, but just to be quick here, that you have a type of Wi-Fi standard known as 802.11n, and that was used for a lot of years, and there is like G and things like that that are older and slower. But then they came out in more recent times with AC, or 802.11 AC. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what that is, what this is, what its specs are, what it's capable of, its speed, what comes in the box. Then at the end, near the end, I'll show you it closer up to the camera so you can get a better look. Then I'll give you my opinions on it and if I recommend it or not, and also the price. This is dual band. That's because a lot of N Wi-Fi things are just one band, which is 2.4 gigahertz. This has that, but it also has the 5 gigahertz band as well, and can use both. So it is dual band, and it's the AC600 model. Now, what does that mean? How is that different just from AC? Well, AC is a general term, 802.11 AC, but there are various speeds of that. They're not one set speed like 1200 or 1300 megabits a second. Some are slower and some are faster. So you can get some that are 600 megabits a second, 800, or a lot of routers and things like that. This isn't a router, this is a USB adapter. They are about 12 or 1300, but this being a budget affordable USB adapter, it is 600 megabits a second, which is still probably about double what you get on N. Depends. A lot of time you get around about 300 megabits a second, sometimes 400 at the most on N Wi-Fi. But this is 600, so it's faster than having 802.11n. If you have a router in your home or modem with a built-in router that is capable of AC, 802.11 AC, this is a good affordable way of adding a little bit of a speed boost to your laptop. If your laptop has 802.n built in or doesn't have Wi-Fi at all, this is a good way of getting an affordable solution for either adding Wi-Fi that is AC, or if you've got N built in, upgrading to AC. It might not be 1200, it might not be AC 1200, AC 1300, like some of the more expensive products, but this is a good way of getting a bit of a speed boost and a AC Wi-Fi adapter for your laptop as an upgrade at an affordable price. It is high gain. It is unfortunately USB 2.0, not 3.0. I would have liked to have seen 3.0. Of course, if you don't have 3.0 ports in your laptop or whatever it is you're plugging this into, that doesn't apply, because if this was 3 and you're plugging it into 2, you kind of bottlenecked at 2.0 speeds. So it depends upon your solution anyway, if that matters, but just bear in mind this is USB 2.0. It is compatible with Windows XP to Windows 10, so it does support the newer Windows 10. It supports XP, Vista 32-bit, Vista 64-bit, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. It is also compatible even with Mac OS 10, Mac OS X from 10.6 to 10.8, and even Linux. I haven't been able to try it on Linux, but in the box, there is a small CD that you can put into your computer, and it not only has the Windows software, it has the drivers for Mac and Linux on it as well. So bear in mind, if you're a Mac user and you don't have a built-in CD drive, like lots of newer model Macs, like iMacs and MacBooks, don't have CD drives anymore because so much stuff's going to digital and digital downloads now. So you will need some way of getting the files off this disk. You might have to have another computer, or you might have to ask a friend who has a CD drive, or if you have an external CD drive, use that, because you can't just plug this into your Mac and expect it to work out of the box. It does need the included driver, so you will need a way of getting those drivers off of this mini CD. Also, if you have an older Mac with a standard size CD drive in the side, they were not, like the older iMacs with CD drives, were not compatible with these smaller type discs anyway. Here's a small CD. It is very, very small. It's one of those little mini CDs. Then there is a little leaflet included, which is just basically tells you how to get the drivers, basically insert the disc, and then it'll auto run if you don't auto run what to do, and it has some basic specs. It's not much there. It's not really a full instruction. It's just to tell you how to access the files, basically. It is ideal to get a bit of a speed boost for more fluid, more liquid, more fluid HD video. So if you have already got 802.11 N and you're having trouble streaming HD videos, this could give you a little bit of a speed boost to get over that. It can also be used for as several modes: infrastructure, soft AP. It is backwards compatible with older Wi-Fi routers and range extenders that use 802.11n. So if you have an N router, you can still use this if you want to get the advantage of that higher speed. It has a 2 decibel antenna, which means it has high gain and is 150 megabits a second on 2.4 gigahertz or 433 on the 5 gigahertz. It does have an LED indicator on it and gold-plated USB connector. The antenna is rotatable, and I'll show you that in a minute. It is about 0.43 of an inch, about half an inch wide, by a length of 4.6 inches long. AP mode, basically, by the way, allows you to connect to another device without a router. So say you want to access files on your computer from your mobile and you don't have a router for some reason, you can plug this into your computer, then log into it from your mobile and get those files across from your computer to your mobile, for instance. Because it is dual band, it can shift between those two bands, the 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz bands. It can switch back and forth between them to avoid interference and optimal Wi-Fi connection. So basically, if you're on the 2.4 gigahertz band, if it's on it and there's a big slowdown, it can switch to 5 gigahertz to try to speed up. Or if there's a lot of interference on that band for some reason, it will switch over to 2.4 to get a better connection. By the way, even like I've said, just mentioned about how much you need this CD for getting the drivers, especially on Mac, you need some way to access the disk. If you are a Windows user and you're using Windows 10, there is no installation CD required. It comes with a CD, of course, but it is not required and completely plug and play. So if you're on Mac, Linux, or Windows XP to 8.1, you'll need a way of accessing the CD. But if you're on Windows 10 or Windows 10 PC, then you don't need the CD at all. You just plug this into a USB port and you can use it straight out of the box. Its frequency range is 2412 megahertz by 2483 megahertz on the 2.4 G. On the 5G, the 5 gigahertz, it is 5150 megahertz by 5825 megahertz. Its modulation, I'm not going to list them all, not the B and G and N and A and stuff, but for AC, it's 802.11 AC is MU, MIMO. Its RF power for its radio frequency power is 16 decibel by 13 decibel. Its antenna gain is 2. Okay, there it is. There is a LED light there. It just says the company name and 802.11 AC. If you need for something you're using another device, you need WPS, or you want to connect to your main router from this using WPS, there is a small black button. You might not be able to see it on camera. There is a small black button here that says WPS, and you click it. So there is actually a built-in WPS button. In fact, some routers don't even have WPS buttons, so that is really, really good addition. There is a gold-plated connector. There's a gold-plated connector there. Here's the antenna. So you'd have it probably plugged into a port like this, and then you have your antenna sticking up. But if for some reason you need to turn it down, you can turn it over to the right side, turn it over to the left side, or having it sticking up in the air. Now you're probably going to have it sticking up in the air like that if you're using it, and you can always then, if it's in the way and you're not using it, you can always tuck it down next to your side of your laptop. So it is handy that it is has rotation. You can rotate it, it is rotatable. And that's really all there is to say. Just on this one side here next to the logo, there is actually a small WPS button. Yes, this does have infrastructure, ad hoc, and soft AP modes. So what do I think of it? I think this is a great addition, perhaps not to your main desktop computer, but to your laptop, certainly. So if you have no Wi-Fi in your laptop, or you only have 802.11n, this is a good way of adding AC Wi-Fi to your laptop and giving yourself a bit of a speed boost. And it is small and portable, and the antenna can fold down out of the way. If it's sticking up in the air in the way and you're not using it, you can tuck it back down by rotating it. Also has 600-meter range, and it even has, which I think is a nice addition, not just a gold-plated end, but it has a small WPS button. Like I say, there is some routers, including expensive routers like the Apple Time Capsule, Time Capsule, or Airport Extreme, that does not have a WPS button. You can get some expensive routers without that. Yet this budget affordable AC USB adapter, Wi-Fi adapter for your laptop does have a WPS button, which could be very, very handy. It performs well. You plug it in. You just need to make sure you can access the software unless you're on Windows 10, and then if you're on Windows 10, it's just plug and play. I haven't had trouble with the connection. It does work. I haven't had any problem with connections dropping. Sometimes you get cheap ones of these and they keep disconnecting, or you have to take them out and put them back in, things like that. I haven't had that problem so far with this. So I do actually recommend it. It's £13.99 in the UK. If it's available in the US, I'll put the US dollar price on the screen as a text overlay. So it's £14. It's a nice affordable way of boosting your Wi-Fi on your laptop, and I do recommend it. A link will be in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you do me a huge favour, if you're watching this on the Amazon product page as a review, please hit the button next to was this review helpful to you or not. That will help me out a lot as well. Thanks for watching.